Hey guys, Deadset here. What I wanted to show you today was the second part of the video series I started recently dedicated to the farming results of various activities in the game on Torment 6. Farming specific spots, certain bosses or unique enemies, also farming rifts, which I did last time to great results. However, today's video will be dedicated to doing Torment 6 bounties with my Crusader. I was originally planning to do a video on the topic once patch 2.05 becomes live and bounties actually start scaling with the difficulty, but since we have no estimated time for this to become reality, and it will be useful to have data to compare it to, I dedicated an evening to doing bounties in 2.04. I tried to keep around the numbers of the rift runs from last time, and since I did 20 rifts then, this time I did 20 full bounty runs, getting 20 heraldry caches off of them. They were all done in Act 1 because, as the ancient Chinese proverb says, you can always have a better ring of royal grandeur. I spent roughly 15 minutes in each bounty run, or in other words 300 minutes of pure game time, which equates to 5 hours spent in doing bounties. I did all of the runs solo, just inviting some clanmates at the end of the bounty runs so they can get a Torment 6 XP reward and a cache, but otherwise I did it all by myself. Lonely. Now, onto the results themselves. I've gained about 30.5 million gold, or about 6.1 million gold per hour, which blew my gold gain results from rifting out of the water. I would have to say that, at least for myself, I greatly underestimated the impact of individual bounties and completing smaller events like curse chests or shrines in the zones across the world. For the first time ever since release, I felt like I was truly stacking up my gold reserves instead of draining them with rerolls and gem crafting. I've gathered 300 shards, or about 60 per hour, which is abysmal. But of course, we are not doing Torment 6 bounties expecting blood shards. In the current metagame, if blood shards are the resource that you aim for, you will probably get the best results per hour if you stay on the joining side of the Rifted Forward community, and in the breaks between boss kills, you split farm bounties on the difficulty above master. I've gained roughly 7 paragon levels, from the middle of level 436 to the middle of level 443, gathering nearly 10 billion XP or nearly 2 billion XP per hour. This once again beats out the stats of the rift runs, but this one was less surprising because of the regular experience rewards you get from bounty completion, curse chests, act boss kills. In short, if you're aiming for paragon gain, bounty runs are an excellent option. And of course, the most important counter. I've gained 15 legendaries while completing the bounties, from killing elites, opening chests, etc., and 2 legendaries from the 20 heraldry caches, which by the way falls perfectly in line with other research posts claiming 1 legendary per 10 caches on average. And overall we get 17 legendaries, or 3.4 per hour, which is actually decent. I did not expect it to come this close to the results from the Rift video, where I got about 4.5 legendaries per hour. With my 20 bounty runs, this equates to a bit below 1 legendary per run, and I would assume that with the upcoming adjustments to the rewards from bounties, the numbers would improve greatly and bounties will no longer be regarded as something annoying that only has to be done for rift keys and that one necessary ring. Now, let's move on to the legendaries themselves. An S of Johann, even though I have a slightly better one which I will use in my Thorns build, I could always make a use of one of these for my follower, since it is probably the best follower amulet you could find out there. And the reason for that is the unique proc, which serves as a mini black hole on a very decent cooldown. My Templar regularly draws the enemies to himself like a Vortex elite, making the job of my AoE damage much easier. A decent Odin's son Unfortunately not too interesting to me as a crusader, however once again serviceable for my follower, since I have him equipped with a weird ward ring, causing lightning attacks to have a chance to stun the enemy. And the Odin's son has a lightning proc to it, so I can make it work. An excellent roll of the Thorn's Shoulder from the Invoker set, high main stats, great all resist roll, and very high thorns already on the piece. I can play around with the resource cost reduction, either keeping it or turning it into cooldown reduction, or if need be, re-roll it into a tankier piece aiming for life percentage. Lots of options here. Both of the cash legendaries actually turned out nice. Even though I did not get a Ring of Royal Grandeur, the Golden Gorget of Leoric rolled excellently for a cold based build, which is something I already intend to make. The Pauldrons of the Skeleton King would be a great piece if I was just starting out and I didn't have the account shoulders in place. For a cooldown based bombardment build, this would have been a great starter shoulder. And last but not least, a new legendary potion, this time boosting my life on hit after use. These are so rare that I was actually very happy that I got another one, since for the hundreds of hours I've put into the expansion, at this point I've only found the all resist boosting one. The rest of the legendaries didn't particularly excite me. The Scoundrel token is nice, but I would rather have the one that makes him immortal. The String of Years would have been a nice tanky piece, but it's 2 stats away from being useful in that regard, and it's not possible to reroll it. The Scorn and the Echoing Fury. How the mighty have fallen. Nothing cool about these guys anymore. And the rest, well, better luck next time. This is it for the bounty farming run. Once again, some interesting additions that will be helpful in future gear setups. Of course, some bad apples in the legendary pile, but you can't get it all in one afternoon, right? The search continues. I already have a couple of pieces in mind that I would like to find, so I better get to it. The series will continue very soon with another challenge, with probably full campaign run for next time. Until then, have fun hunting for loots, check out my stream, keep in touch with the Twitter and Facebook I linked below, and I'll see you guys next time.